Welcome to The Deep Dive, your express lane to being truly well informed, where we cut through the noise and surface those critical insights that really matter. As we speak, the excitement for the 2025 NFL season is, well, it's absolutely palpable. Training camps are just weeks away, and the buzz around potential breakout stars, pivotal coaching shifts, and even like monumental off-field sagas is reaching a fever pitch.
It really is. It's more than just buzz, though.
Yeah.
It's the culmination of months of strategic planning, free agency moves, draft selections. The league, it never truly sleeps. And the offseason has been packed with developments that will absolutely shape the year ahead, sometimes in ways we don't immediately recognize.
Exactly. Our mission today is to take a focused, in-depth look into the stack of sources. We've got articles, expert analyses, some intriguing discussions to bring you the most critical insights into what promises to be, well, a fascinating year in football. We're going to dissect the next wave of offensive talent, analyze the shifting landscape of quarterback power, explore the strategic chess match played by new coaching staffs, and dive deep into a compelling high-stakes drama unfolding right in the heart of Kansas City.
And we've got a robust stack of sources to guide us, making sure we're seeing the full picture. We'll be pulling from expert analysis from NFL.com, detailed Pro Football Focus, or PFF, quarterback rankings, official schedules from NBC Sports, comprehensive video breakdowns from YouTube channels like The Bottom Line View and Build It Big, and critical news reports from AP News and The Times of India. It's a really diverse set of perspectives that allows us to connect a lot of dots.
Right. You're probably hearing a lot about the NFL right now from every angle imaginable: sports news, locker room whispers, you name it. But here on The Deep Dive, we're going to take you beyond the immediate headlines, beyond the highlight reels, and into the strategic shifts, the intricate financial plays, and, the hidden gems that truly define a season. We're here to offer you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed, providing those aha moments that connect the on-field drama to the broader implications of this multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Okay, let's delve into this. So let's kick off our deep dive by literally looking at the kickoff. The 2025 NFL season has its official start date, some marquee matchups, and this really intriguing international fixture that signals the league's ever-expanding global ambitions. For anyone eager to mark their calendars, the 2025 NFL regular season officially begins on Thursday, September 4th. And what a way to ignite the new campaign. The opening game features a classic NFC East showdown: Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, who of course are coming off an impressive Super Bowl championship. Live coverage for that one starts at 7:00 p.m. ET on NBC and Peacock. I mean, this isn't just a game, it's a statement, pitting two fierce rivals and star quarterbacks against each other right out of the gate.
Oh, absolutely. That Dallas-Philadelphia matchup is, well, it's traditional high-stakes rivalry that consistently delivers. And starting the season with the defending champions immediately sets a high bar for intensity and expectation. But beyond that conventional kickoff, Week 1 features some truly compelling matchups, especially one that takes the league across the globe in a pretty bold strategic move.
Right. What adds another layer of intrigue here is a standout game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers on Friday, September 5th at 8:00 p.m. ET. But this isn't taking place in either Kansas City or Los Angeles. It's being played in São Paulo, Brazil, and will be broadcast on YouTube. Now, this is truly a unique twist to start the season.
Yeah, that Friday night fixture in São Paulo is more than just a novelty. It's a direct manifestation of the NFL's aggressive, continued push into the global market. Hosting a marquee AFC West matchup featuring two dynamic quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert in Brazil isn't just about entertainment. It's a strategic move to plant a deeper flag in South America, tap into new fan bases, explore new revenue streams. And it also presents a fascinating test of player adaptability. Think about it. Flying to a different continent, adapting to a new time zone, São Paulo, is, what, an hour ahead of Eastern time?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Potentially different food, a unique stadium atmosphere, right out of the gate. This raises some really important logistical questions, like what are the specific challenges for teams like the Chiefs and Chargers? Travel fatigue, practice facilities, maintaining their routine.
Exactly. How might playing internationally so early in the season, before teams have fully found their rhythm, affect their performance and rhythm?
It's a huge test of a team's resilience, its sports science protocols, its overall preparation, and it could genuinely impact their early season momentum. Big time.
Those are critical considerations. You're talking about a significant journey and immediate adaptation that could shape how these teams perform for the next few weeks. Definitely something to watch. Beyond that groundbreaking international game, the season's first Sunday night football game will feature the Baltimore Ravens at Buffalo Bills in Week 1, another high-profile clash between AFC contenders. And for those planning their early season viewing parties, wanting to catch the top matchups, other key primetime games to mark on your calendars early on include Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota Vikings in Week 2, the Kansas City Chiefs at New York Giants in Week 3, Green Bay Packers at Dallas Cowboys in Week 4, New England Patriots at Buffalo Bills in Week 5, Detroit Lions at Kansas City Chiefs in Week 6, Atlanta Falcons at San Francisco 49ers in Week 7, and Green Bay Packers at Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 8. That's a packed slate of high-stakes games for the first couple of months, giving fans plenty to look forward to.
Yeah, no shortage of big games right away. The schedule makers definitely loaded up the early weeks.
Now, beyond the grand stage of Week 1, every NFL season is truly defined by the unexpected rise of its new stars. Every year, a handful of players make that leap from role players to key contributors, maybe even to true stardom. NFL.com analyst Bucky Brooks has a particularly keen eye for talent, and he's identified 11 offensive players poised to make significant noise in 2025. And it's worth noting, Brooks has a strong history here. His previous predictions have been pretty uncannily accurate. He successfully identified Jackson Smith-Njigba, Khalil Shakir, Matthew Bergeron, and Joe Tippmann as offensive breakout players for 2024. Even Bryce Young, despite what Brooks calls a bumpy ride, validated his spot with a strong sophomore campaign that has fans buzzing about his development. So when Bucky Brooks talks about who's next, it's definitely worth our attention.
Indeed. Brooks's insights are often prescient because he delves beyond just the raw athleticism. He understands the intricate nuances of how a player's specific skill set fits into a new scheme, how they could leverage their environment. New coach, new QB, better supporting cast. It's about opportunity meeting talent, and he's excellent at spotting those convergences.
All right, let's delve into some of his key offensive breakout candidates for 2025, starting, as always, with the most important position on the field. At quarterback, he's spotlighting Michael Penix Jr. from the Atlanta Falcons, who's 25 years old. Despite a small sample size as a rookie, started just 3 games, appeared in 5, Falcons fans should be incredibly excited. Penix walks into a situation boasting a wealth of playmakers. Drake London offers size, contested catches. Darnell Mooney brings elite speed. Kyle Pitts, a tight end with rare athleticism. And Bijan Robinson, an explosive running back. Just loaded.
Yeah, that's a great supporting cast for a young QB.
And offensive coordinator Zach Robinson is expected to tweak the scheme significantly to build around Penix's big arm and gunslinger mentality, aiming for a vertical-based passing game designed to produce more explosive plays downfield. Lots of deep shots, aggressive throws. With that kind of talent around him and a scheme tailored specifically to his strengths, Penix could truly transform the Falcons into a scoring machine, potentially making them one of the most exciting offenses in the league.
It's a prime example of a coach understanding his new quarterback's specific attributes, that strong arm, that willingness to challenge defenses deep, and designing an offense to maximize them. Penix's deep ball accuracy combined with those dynamic targets could make Atlanta, one of the most explosive offenses. The challenge, though, for any gunslinger in a vertical scheme is balancing aggression with turnovers. Historically, quarterbacks with this mentality often produce big plays, but also higher interception rates early on. The key will be how well Zach Robinson can harness that talent without sacrificing ball security. Making sure Penix matures into an efficient playmaker, not just high risk, high reward.
That's a great point. Okay, moving to running back. Tyrone Tracy Jr. of the New York Giants, also 25, is on Brooks's list. After rushing for 839 yards as a rookie, Tracy has the opportunity to surpass the 1,200-yard mark. The key here is the anticipation of more efficient quarterback play, with veteran leader Russell Wilson taking over from Daniel Jones.
All right, that's a significant upgrade potentially.
An improved passing game will naturally lead to more light boxes, meaning defenses commit fewer defenders 6 or fewer close to the line, opening up wider running lanes. This allows Tracy, who is actually a college wide receiver, to exploit those wider lanes on off-tackle runs and designed cutback plays. Wilson's also expected to target Tracy frequently on swing, screen, and option routes in the pass game, potentially leading to massive scrimmage yard totals as a multi-purpose threat, showcasing that versatility.
Tracy's background as a receiver makes him particularly versatile, a huge asset in today's NFL, where backs are increasingly asked to contribute in the passing game. Wilson's precision and ability to extend plays could unlock that extra dimension for Tracy. Plus, this focus on a dual threat back under Wilson aligns with the modern NFL's emphasis on creating mismatches. Tracy isn't just a runner, he's a pass-catching weapon. That can force linebackers, safeties into coverage situations that they're not comfortable in, potentially leading to some really explosive games.
Good point. Now for wide receivers, Brooks highlights two dynamic playmakers, both poised for huge leaps. First up, Rome Odunze of the Chicago Bears, age 23. Increased production is expected with Ben Johnson's arrival as head coach and Caleb Williams' projected development as a second-year quarterback.
Big changes in Chicago.
Odunze is described as a big-bodied playmaker, sticky hands, rugged running skills, excels as a possession receiver, meaning he's great at catching contested balls, moving the chains. The Bears' ball control offense will frequently target the middle of the field, and Williams is expected to find the second-year receiver early and often, making him a reliable go-to target.
Odunze's skill set, reliable, tough receiver, thrives in contested catch situations is exactly what a young quarterback like Caleb Williams needs. That consistency in the middle of the field builds immense trust, which is just crucial for a developing QB. And Johnson's offense often features concepts designed to get playmakers the ball in space, so Odunze's rugged running skills after the catch will perfectly complement that. He's like a foundational piece for Williams' growth and the Bears' overall offensive identity.
And then, here's where it gets really interesting for the Kansas City Chiefs and anyone closely following the AFC. Xavier Worthy, age 22. Worthy could use his impressive 2024 postseason as a springboard to a breakout campaign, maybe even earning Pro Bowl accolades. His performance in Super Bowl LIX, 8 catches for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the AFC Championship Game 6 grabs, 85 yards. A TD showed Andy Reid and company his capability to anchor the passing attack in the biggest moments.
He really stepped up when it mattered most.
As the NFL's fastest man, Worthy could add another dimension to the offense, much like when Tyreek Hill was on the roster, effectively taking over a leading role that's been sort of absent since Hill's departure.
Yeah, the emergence of Worthy as a true number one receiver could genuinely redefine the Chiefs' already formidable offense. For a little while now, Patrick Mahomes has been operating without that undisputed, game-breaking receiving talent who consistently draws double teams. Worthy's elite speed stretches the field horizontally and vertically in ways few other players can. When a speedster like Worthy commands deep safety attention, it just vacuums defenders away from the middle of the field, creating significant space and opportunities for, a certain future Hall of Fame tight end Travis Kelce to operate.
Right, exactly.
That synergy could make an already dangerous offense nearly unstoppable. And it could potentially elevate Mahomes' own performance back to his earlier, uncontested PFF grade days, where he was just consistently the top guy, no question. It really raises the question of how much more explosive this offense can become when Worthy's speed forces defenses into uncomfortable choices, opening up avenues for everyone else.
That's a huge point, and the impact on Kelce is fascinating to think about. Okay, for tight end, Brooks tabs Brenton Strange of the Jacksonville Jaguars, age 24. After flashing big play potential as a fill-in for an injured Evan Engram in 2024, the Penn State product could post significant numbers. He's positioned as Trevor Lawrence's checkdown option in a vertical-based passing game that features Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, and Dyami Brown flying down the field. A checkdown option, basically, he's the reliable short to intermediate target when the deep routes are covered.
Crucial role.
While Strange possesses the speed, quickness, burst to torch opponents down the seams, the 6'4", 253-pound tight end could also thrive as a chain mover. And this could force defensive coordinators into more too-high safety looks, two safeties playing deep to discourage deep throws to the Jags' talented trio of receivers. That versatility makes him a real asset.
Strange's ability to be a security blanket for Lawrence while also threatening defenses vertically is a potent combination. His presence could open up the deep shots even further for those dynamic wide receivers because defenses just can't afford to ignore him. If opponents have to deploy two safeties deep to cover the receivers, it leaves fewer defenders near the line of scrimmage, creating easier matchups for Strange and the running backs. It's a critical piece in the overall offensive puzzle for Jacksonville.
Definitely. Let's not forget the unsung heroes of any great offense, the offensive line breakouts. At offensive tackle, we have Troy Fautanu of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Played just one game as a rookie due to a knee injury, but now has a chance to earn Pro Bowl consideration as a first-time starter. He's described as a natural edge blocker balance, body control, lateral quickness to effectively shadowbox pass rushers. Essentially mirror and neutralize their moves. With Aaron Rodgers poised to throw the ball all over the yard behind a young, dynamic O-line, Fautanu could reap the rewards of a veteran QB's ability to extend plays and his own burgeoning talent.
The offensive line is absolutely crucial, especially with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, who, while still elite, needs that clean pocket to extend plays and deliver his pinpoint throws. Fautanu's natural talent, particularly that lateral quickness, means he has the physical tools to handle the elite pass rushers in the AFC North. If he stays healthy, he could very quickly become a cornerstone of that Steelers line, providing the protection Rodgers needs to operate at a high level.
Okay, for offensive guard, Brooks highlights Christian Mahogany of the Detroit Lions, age 24. All eyes will be on this former sixth-rounder as he steps into a significant role as a second-year pro. Detroit needs to compensate for the losses of experienced guard Kevin Zeitler free agency and veteran center Frank Ragnow, who retired. Big losses.
Huge holes to fill.
This means Mahogany must dominate the middle of the line to ensure their dynamic running back duo, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, can attack effectively. He'll also need to handle the supersized pass rushers within the NFC North to give Jared Goff the clean pocket he needs for his shorter, timing-based passes.
That's a lot of pressure for a second-year player, stepping into such critical shoes. But the Lions' commitment to their run game and their offensive philosophy means Mahogany is in a position to be a linchpin. His ability to perform will directly influence the success of their potent rushing attack and the overall comfort of Jared Goff. The NFC North boasts some formidable defensive tackles, so his ability to win those one-on-one matchups will be paramount. He'll be tested early and often.
And finally, at center, Zach Frazier of the Pittsburgh Steelers, age 23. Frazier earned high marks as a rookie starter, snagging Pro Football Focus's PFF's fifth highest offensive grade among centers in 2024. That's impressive for a rookie.
Very impressive.
Aaron Rodgers' arrival at quarterback will put the spotlight squarely on him, as the center often makes the protection calls. Frazier possesses the tools to emerge as a perennial Pro Bowler, rugged play as a run blocker, quick hands, stout short sets, and pass protection. That's the technique where linemen quickly engage pass rushers at the snap.
Frazier's high PFF grade as a rookie is a really strong indicator of his fundamental skill and his ability to quickly adapt to the pro level. Playing in front of a future Hall of Fame quarterback like Rodgers, who demands excellence in pass protection and pre-snap communication, will only further highlight his talents and push him towards that perennial Pro Bowler status. His command of the offensive line will be a major factor in the Steelers' offensive success this year.
Okay, shifting our focus now. Understanding the NFL is impossible without a deep dive into the most important position quarterback and the strategic minds coaching them. We'll look at PFF's latest rankings and then analyze the significant impact of key coaching changes around the league.
The quarterback position, more than any other, dictates a team ceiling. While individual talent is paramount, the coaching scheme, the quality of the O-line, the surrounding playmakers, they all significantly influence a quarterback's performance and ultimately their PFF grade. And those grades aren't just about stats. They evaluate every single play a quarterback makes. It's very detailed.
Right. Pro Football Focus has just released their quarterback rankings for all 32 starters ahead of the 2025 season, and they've given us some really fascinating insights. In Tier 1, elite quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs, unsurprisingly, holds the coveted #1 spot, but PFF notes the margin has never been slimmer. His passing grade, 86.0 over the past 2 seasons, is incredibly strong, but is a step below his otherworldly level from 2018-2022. PFF attributes this partly to a supporting cast that hasn't always helped at receiver. However, as they say, no one blends poise, playmaking, and postseason performance quite like Mahomes, which is why he remains the undisputed #1.
It's really a testament to Mahomes' sustained excellence that even a slight dip from his astronomical peak is still considered the best in the league. The fact that the PFF grade specifically noted a challenge with the supporting cast only underscores his individual brilliance in navigating those situations. Even when his receivers might drop a pass or run the wrong route, Mahomes still elevates the entire offense. This suggests his performance could jump right back to those earlier record-setting levels with the expected maturation of players like Xavier Worthy.
Makes sense. Right behind him, PFF identifies a chasing pack and spots #24 with razor-thin separation. This group includes Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. He boasts the highest PFF grades over the past 3 seasons, if healthy, exceptional 93.5 passing grade, 95.2 overall. His 51.3% success rate that measures how often a play results in positive expected points. Added ties Josh Allen for second best. Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens and Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills are also firmly in this elite tier, each bringing their unique brand of QB play.
The consistent high performance from Burrow, Jackson, and Allen highlights the evolution of the quarterback position. It's a blend of arm talent, exceptional athleticism, and mental fortitude now. Burrow's precision and calm under pressure, Jackson's unparalleled rushing ability combined with that developing arm, and Allen's sheer physical dominance as a dual threat. They demonstrate the diverse ways elite quarterbacks can impact a game. Any one of them could be considered the best on a given Sunday. Makes this top tier incredibly exciting.
Totally agree. Rounding out the top five, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles sits at #5. His 2024 campaign, capped by that impressive Super Bowl run, was a definite return to form after a turbulent 2023 season. He showed poise, improved control of the offense, made critical plays, earning a robust 91.5 overall grade over the past 3 seasons. That speaks to his consistent high-level performance when healthy.
Hurts' journey is one of continuous growth and significant adaptation. His ability to elevate his play when it matters most, especially in the postseason, is a critical component of his lead status. He's not just a passer, he's a leader and a powerful runner, and his development in decision-making and accuracy in 2024 showed a clear response to the challenges of the previous year. That mental fortitude is a hallmark of top-tier quarterbacks.
Definitely. Now let's look at the mid-tier and wildcards talent with questions. Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is at #13. He's pulled off a truly remarkable career turnaround, delivering his best season in 2024 with an 85.9 overall grade. He'll now be working with his third offensive coordinator in 3 years, which, usually presents a significant challenge, but those struggles from earlier seasons feel firmly in the rear view.
Mayfield's resilience and ability to not just adapt, but thrive in new systems, often with new supporting casts, are incredibly impressive. The challenge of a third OC in 3 years is immense, learning new terminology, new play calls, building new rapport. However, his 2024 season suggests he's found a new gear, combining his natural arm talent with improved decision-making. He's proven he can overcome instability around him. It's quite a comeback story.
It really is. CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans is at #14. He represents a bit of a cautionary tale stellar rookie season, followed by a sophomore slump that saw some regression. He finished 2024 strong and delivered in the playoffs, but one glaring issue PFF highlighted is his pressure to sack rate, how often he takes a sack when pressured. This rate ballooned from 39% as a rookie to an alarming 63% in 2024. That's a significant concern.
Stroud's raw talent is undeniable, but that jump in his pressure to sack rate is a bright red flag. It indicates either a significant breakdown in pass protection from his O-line or an issue with his pocket presence, decision-making under duress, maybe his ability to get rid of the ball quickly. The Texans absolutely need to address this, whether through personnel upgrades on the line or Stroud developing a quicker release and better awareness. Avoiding those drive-killing sacks is just paramount for offensive efficiency.
For sure. Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals is at #15. He finally stayed healthy in 2024, a major obstacle for him throughout his career, earning a solid 82.1 overall grade. He's now well positioned to take another step forward in year 3 under head coach Jonathan Gannon and OC Drew Petzing with a stable system around him.
Health has been the biggest if for Murray. If he can sustain a full season, his unique dual threat capabilities, dynamic runner, strong arm under a familiar coaching staff could see him climb these rankings quickly. Continuity in coaching and health are often the 2 biggest catalysts for a quarterback's development.
Shifting landscape of quarterback power, explore the strategic... Oh, hey, I think our listeners got something to say.
And he finally seems to have both. Big year for him.
Then we have Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars at #16. Possesses undeniable talent, but PFF notes he lacks consistent high-level play. Career high was a 79.7 overall grade in 2023. Now he's entering the season with new top targets and receivers Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, and a new OC in Liam Cohen. This could be a pivotal season for him to find that consistency.
Lawrence has all the physical tools that scream elite quarterback, but yeah, that consistent high-level execution has been elusive. A new coordinator like Liam Cohen, known for creative play designs, effective screen game, diverse run concepts, that could be exactly what he needs to unlock that consistency and elevate the Jags offense. The addition of dynamic playmakers like Thomas and Hunter should also provide him with more reliable options, allowing him to trust his targets and maybe reduce any hesitancy in his game.
And at #17, Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. Prescott, according to PFF, epitomizes a QB who thrives against weaker opponents but falters when competition stiffens. Earned an impressive 90.0 PFF grade in 2023 before a late season collapse ended his MVP bid. Season-ending injury sidelined him in 2024, adding to the questions. To rejoin the top 10 conversation, he must recapture that 2023 form and prove he can deliver consistently against the league's best defenses, especially in crucial games.
Prescott's talent is evident. He can put up big numbers, but the consistency against top-tier competition in high-leverage situations remains that lingering question. His ability to perform under pressure in those big games will truly define his narrative this season. The injury in 2024 further complicates things. He needs to come back fully healthy and reestablish trust with his body and his offense.
Okay. Looking at young QBs entering year 2 potential for a leap, we find J.J. McCarthy of Minnesota Vikings at #21. Interestingly, PFF had him as the top quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft. His 2023 Michigan season highlighted everything desired in a young passer, stellar 92.2 PFF grade, 93.4 passing grade. He's set up for success if fully healthy in 2025, especially considering what Sam Darnold managed in that same Vikings offense last year before his injury.
McCarthy's high PFF grades in college suggest a strong fundamental foundation, good decision-making. With a supportive offensive system, an elite receiving core, strong running game already in place, he has the opportunity to defy some of the lower expectations placed on him as a rookie. The fact that Darnold, a journeyman, looked competent in that system speaks volumes about the scheme and surrounding talent. It creates a favorable environment for McCarthy's development.
And Drake May of the New England Patriots is at #22. Went through the expected rookie growing pains, 64.9 passing grade, more turnover-worthy plays than big-time throws. Faced a poor offensive line, limited receiving support, tough environment for any rookie. With Mike Vrabel now as head coach and projected upgrades around him, he's positioned to take a significant step forward.
May's situation highlights the immense importance of the supporting cast for a young quarterback. Despite a tough rookie environment, the new coaching staff under Vrabel and potential roster improvements offer a clearer, more stable path for his development. Vrabel's emphasis on a strong run game and physical defense should also take some pressure off May, letting him grow without having to carry the entire offense too early.
Finally, let's touch on a couple of veterans on the hot seat. Russell Wilson of the New York Giants is at #27. At 36, his mobility has notably declined, which significantly limits his ceiling as a QB who once relied heavily on extending plays. Posted a 79.5 overall mark in 2024, but continues to struggle with efficiency, particularly in consistent rhythm passing. With rookie Jackson Dart drafted, head coach Brian Daboll might have a short leash.
Wilson's situation is a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the NFL, particularly for quarterbacks as they age. While he still shows flashes, the decline in mobility and efficiency, coupled with the Giants investing a high pick in a potential successor like Dart, puts him in a very precarious position. Every snap will be under intense scrutiny. The team will be eager to see if he can recapture consistent form or if it's time to move towards the future.
And Anthony Richardson of the Indianapolis Colts is at #30. Hasn't completed a full healthy season yet, which is the primary concern. Poor grading profile from PFF, struggles with efficiency, reading defenses, accuracy when he has played. Daniel Jones, a veteran, is waiting in the wings, so improvement is absolutely critical for Richardson this season to secure his future as the Colts starter.
Richardson possesses immense physical upside, that rare combo of size, speed, arm strength. But the persistent injury issues and the lack of consistent on-field production in critical areas like efficiency and reading defenses make this a pivotal season. The Colts need to see tangible progress and sustained health. Without it, the temptation to turn to a more experienced option like Daniel Jones will become increasingly difficult to resist. It's a make-or-break year for his development, truly.
Beyond the quarterbacks themselves, new coaches and coordinators also play an outsized role in shaping a season, often determining a team's identity and ultimately its success. Yahoo! Sports Analysis highlights several impactful new faces.
Coaching changes are far more than just new personalities. They represent fundamental strategic shifts that can fundamentally alter a team's identity, for better or worse. A new coordinator means new schemes, new play calls, new philosophies, all requiring significant adaptation from the players, especially the quarterbacks.
For the New Orleans Saints, they've brought in head coach Kel Moore and drafted left tackle Kill Banks. Moore's extensive experience with diverse O-line talent, Cowboys, Chargers, Eagles, is going to be absolutely crucial here. The Saints have heavily invested in the offensive line. McCoy, Feud, Banks, all first-round picks. This emphasis on the O-line is key for what they hope will be a watchable offense with young Tyler Shuck at QB. The team also has talent in Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed if they stay healthy, and Moore is known for weaponizing slot receivers, getting them the ball in space.
The Saints represent a high-risk, high-reward scenario that hinges on these new pieces. The significant O-line investment suggests a strong foundational commitment to the run game and protecting the quarterback fundamental for any successful offense. However, overall success hinges significantly on a rookie tackle like Banks and a young, relatively unproven QB like Tyler Shuck. This situation genuinely raises the question, can a strong coaching scheme and O-line immediately elevate an offense even with unproven skill talent? Or will the inherent ifs surrounding a rookie tackle and a young QB outweigh the potential for a breakthrough season, especially in a division that, while not historically strong, is certainly winnable?
Over in the AFC West, the Las Vegas Raiders have brought in the veteran duo of head coach Pete Carroll and offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. This pairing is expected to bring a weird, funky offense that will certainly be interesting to watch, especially in the passing game. Questions surround the deployment of their key pass catchers, Jack Best, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers. Will they lean more towards 12 personnel, meaning one running back, two tight ends?
Could be. Kelly likes using tight ends.
There's a perceived lack of verticality in their Chiefs and the Royals, emphasizing that shared history. Chiefs President Mark Donovan stated the team would do what is in the best interest of our fans and our organization, which he explicitly said could include pursuing a reworked plan, changing funding approaches, or even listening to offers from competing cities, and start specifically mentioning Kansas just across the state line.
The Kansas threat.
Adding a more direct, maybe even dramatic tone, Marnie Sherman, the Royals owner's wife, was quite vocal. She criticized what she called a lack of leadership and implied that if fans don't support the Chiefs after 3 Super Bowl wins, the teams might leave Kansas City entirely, likely heading to Kansas. That raises the stakes considerably.
Those are indeed very strong statements. And the mention of relocation, particularly across the state line, is a significant leverage play. We see it employed frequently in these stadium debates. It puts immediate pressure back on the local government and voters, essentially presenting a support us or lose us ultimatum. The idea of the Chiefs, a dynastic franchise moving to the Kansas side, it's a powerful threat designed to galvanize a new effort for public funding, or at least a renewed negotiation.
And there were plenty of controversies and reasons for the why behind the rejection. Public pushback was significant from the start. Fueled by accusations, the teams lacked transparency, struggled to present concrete, detailed plans. For example, the Royals initially unveiled 2 potential downtown locations, then scrapped both, finally settling on the Crossroads district downtown. This constant shifting caused public distrust.
Understandably so.
The Crossroads location